Yes, this is Derek with Eliminex. I'm the master technician for Eliminex, 20 years experience, 18 years performing bed bugs. What I want to talk about right now is how steam treatment for bed bugs is ineffective, does not work. It's a waste of time and money, and it can also damage your furniture. And in this picture, I'm doing screenshots for this video with an audio making commentary, showing you what a typical steam service. These professional steamers can range from $60 to $1,000, and the more expensive the device, it will just have more attachments and claim to give a hotter steam. They call it a dry steam, like the more expensive ones. They claim it just has more it's heated much hotter, so it would give the particles will be more atomized, where it wouldn't put so much moisture onto the fabrics. But that make the hotter the water is, the more hazardous it is to your furniture, your carpet, fabrics. So really anything that's more than 140 degrees is hazardous to your furniture. In this situation, this technician, he's using I guess an attachment that's more it can get inside, I guess, in the springs and the pockets, and the bed bugs probably would die if he's lucky, if it's hot enough, if you hit it directly right on the nozzle. I mean, within 1 to 1.5 inches from the nozzle. If you're hitting the bed bug directly, it would still give a chance for the bed bug to retreat from the steam, but if it did work, it would only kill right on the contact as you're blasting the steam right on the bed bug. So in this situation, he's just aimlessly, just trying to press the nozzle in each spring pocket, and hoping he could either flush the bed bugs out, so it can come in more contact. But in the case with bed bug behavior, bed bugs aren't going to flush out. They're going to actually retreat even deeper into the structure. I'll go with the mouse here. They go deeper into the structure of the mattress, the fabrics. The doors are stapled. There's foam layer and fabric layer and a fire retardant layer, and they can hide between those layers, and you don't know if you got them. Behind the folds, where it's wrapped and stapled on the actual pallet, they can hide in that successfully, where the heat can't penetrate. So that you're going to spend a lot of time on this mattress doing this service, and you're going to soak all the wood, all the fabric. It's going to retain all that moisture inside, and it's not going to dry properly, and you're going to end up with, it's not going to dry. You're just going to end up with mold and mildew. It's going to smell like mildew within 3 or 4 days because it's not going to dry properly. You see this technician right here, that he's using the corner. He's using a special nozzle to hit the ribbing right on contact, and that seems to be probably the only logical, efficient way to use a steamer for bed bugs. If it was high quality enough, if depended on a steam machine, which I do not use, I believe in a chemical residual that lasts a long time, 3 months residual, where it keeps killing the bed bugs, and wherever the bed bugs eggs are laid and they hatch, they'll come in contact with the treatment that's already exists. Where when you do a steam service, as soon as you move off that spot, a bed bug can just go right in that spot after it cools down, like immediately, and it's just not going to work. Even the day after right after the service is done, the bed bugs can still come back onto the mattress, and there's no chemical residue that hit them. But in this situation, you see where in this case it could kill any bed bugs on contact and on the exterior, and maybe get the eggs if you hit it on contact. But if you're going to do a non-chemical method in this fashion, you could use duct tape. You could just put a piece of duct tape and just press it along the ribbing on the top and the bottom. You can get the eggs and live bed bugs, and that's what I usually do when I hit a heavier infestation. I'll use the tape on the exterior to pick up as much eggs and live bed bugs as possible. Try to make it all clean up all the visible evidence, and then do a treatment, and that would reduce them running around. Here's another example, one of my last examples for this video. It looked like a corner attachment. It went up. It was a corner attachment tool where bed bugs would likely be in the baseboards. You can see in this case, this person's it's a commercial carpet. And commercial carpet is well insulated. They use like this carpet strips as a baseboard molding, and it doesn't have the adhesive. It's attached to the wall by adhesive, so you can see if they're using a steamer on this. What's going to happen is going to dissolve the glue. It's going to actually ruin the carpet how it's attached, and it could cause the carpet to shrink and warp. And the steam itself, because like I said before, if a bed bug would die from the steam contact, if you hit it directly, the steam isn't going to penetrate behind this row of this baseboard carpet wrap, and it's not going to penetrate that and get to the bed bug behind it. There'll be more than one bed bugs. Baseboards usually harbor a lot of bed bugs, actually. In this case, this would likely, the bed bugs would be behind the baseboards and moldings, basically behind the bed area. So why not use a pesticide treatment? It's going to work better. It's going to keep the residual is going to keep killing the bed bugs as they come across it. So the steam, it's a hit or miss kind of service, and you're paying just as much or even more. And most of these companies that do steam treatments, they supplement their steam treatments with the pesticide application. And you can see like this mess right here. If you use the steam on something that look like this, you're going to, all this droppings, this fecal matter, you're going to liquefy that fecal matter and start making a huge mess. It's dried blood, it's fecal matter, and when you blend that in with the steam, it's gonna mix with the moisture, and it's gonna start running down and staining it's gonna make a bigger mess. And then you got all these bed bugs and eggs and nymphs. These are juveniles that hatch from the egg. It's best to just either vacuum that or use a duct tape to pick those up, and then use a pesticide treatment. You can see right where the stitching is under the ribbing. That's the ribbing, the exterior part of your mattress. You can see under the ribbing, that's where they would harbor and lay more eggs. And a pesticide treatment would have a more effect on this. When you're doing the steam, say you steam in the outside of this ribbing, what would happen is that these bed bugs would retreat from being disturbed, and they would go deeper into the mattress, into the folds, and you're going to likely miss several of live bed bugs, and they're going to keep biting, and you're not going to get any satisfaction from this after paying all this money. So this is how I discredit steam treatments for bed bugs. It's just a waste of time and money. There's no use in spending any money or doing this yourself. You're just going to ruin the furniture and cause more of a problem. You're going to actually cause the bed bugs to retreat, and you're going to cause excessive moisture and mildew and mold growth.